Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will try to summary the necessary solutions about the previous homeworks. Okay. At first, this one here, it was a mouse test because at the previous homework question, it's written dot 8, not dot 6. This track to know which one from my students follow me, which one are smart, can note any mistake, or just we will do copy paste to my solution, okay? But a lot of from my students can escape this mistake and corrected it. Here, let me explain that. We don't have question like that determine or calculate the slope. Why? Because the slope is a necessary step to many experiment solution. I'm talking about the math side. For example, at Ohm's law, our target was to determine the unknown resistance value. To can do that, you must have the slope value to can say resistance equal reverse of slope. And at a bundle, simple pendulum, it was necessary to determine the slope. Why? Because it was a strong relation between slope and acceleration, and by using it, we could to calculate the acceleration. That means we don't have question like calculate or determine the slope because you must know in which time it's necessary to calculate it. For example, because for example, our diode experiment at the experiment at this week, it's not necessary to calculate the slope. Okay. I wish my message is clear. Here, after that, I selected 2 points to calculate the slope. I will not say delta y divided on delta x anymore. Slope equal dot 5. The relation between them is linear relation from it's called or it's direct. Here's homework. According to this column below, determine the slope. How I divided the y-axis and the x-axis. Conclusion is clear. The relation between them is linearly. Its kind is inverse, sorry. Here's another one. Can take a look and check your solution. Here another one. Here it's like the diode experiment. I'm talking about the plot between x and y, the relation between x and y. Here, according to the column below, determine the x-axis and the customer number, patient at y-axis, show the relation between them. Let me decrease the screen to be better here. Every 2 centimeters equal 10 weeks, and every 1 centimeter equal 1 patient in 100 patients. The conclusion between them is exponentially, and it's important to say at week number 20, the patient number is increased too much to can reach 1,300 at week number 50. Okay, I forget it to write it, but I'm saying it now. You can't write my words. According to the column below here, it's another example, but it's exponentially from its kind is decreasing from high point to low point. According to the column below, between T weeks and patients. Here, every 2 centimeters equal 10 weeks, and every 1 centimeter equal 100 patients. Here, it's important note. Most of my students use the regular ruler, so use ruler to plot a line from this point to this point. It's not correct. It's enough to use your hand, okay, without using ruler. And let me not forget it that this point is important. We will talk it about we will talk it we will talk about it at diode experiment. I will explain many important things related with diode characteristic. Here we can say at week number 35, the patient number is decreased too much to reach 55, to reach 20 maybe at week after week or at week 55. Here, another example, according to the column below, determine the slope. Between V and X, V kilometer divided on hour, X it was T was second. So I divided the Y and X axis. It's clear here to 4 centimeters equal 10. Here every 2 centimeters equal 2. The conclusion is it's linear relation, its kind is direct. Here it's inverse. According to the column below, the relation between them. Because here we don't have slope, like previous one. Here 100 every 100 patients equal 1 centimeter. At y-axis, every 2 centimeters equal 5 weeks. At x-axis, it's not necessary to use ruler to plot a line from this point to this. Just by using your hand is enough. And that's the last one. The conclusion is the relation between them is exponentially. At week number 10, the patient number increased from 40 to reach 1,500 at 35 weeks. That's meant to be maximum. All the previous homeworks are done. Thank you for watching or listening. Have a good day and see you at next lecture.